I love when you have questions because I have answers for you. Y'all have asked about the things you use every single day. ChatGPT, Claude, feel heard and validated, or even become dependent? There are essentially three engineering systems that our human brain responds to neurologically and psychologically with LLMs specifically. I think we all get it at this point. We are participating with advanced mathematics and human biology that were built to come together. Layer one within an LLM architecture is what we call the self-attention layer. Prior to 2017, these models did not remember context. About 2017, they did. That's what the transformer model is, and it works on self-attention mechanisms. Basically, that means mathematically, for every word or token, the model computes three different vectors: a query, a key, and a value vector. Those all equal what they call an attention score, which is calculated by taking the dot product of the token's query vector against the key vectors and all other tokens. And then you scale it by the square root of the dimension and pass it through a softmax function. In very plain terms, the model is continuously ranking conversation relevance. A human example of this is if you and I were in conversation and you happen to mention my dog, my brain would instantly start searching for prior context that I'm attaching to emotionally or socially that is relevant to our conversation. Basically, the model is tracking comprehension. However, it doesn't mean that it's competent in understanding it. So layer two is what we call autoregressive next token prediction. During pre-training, these models are optimized through the maximum likelihood estimation to do one thing: predict the probability distribution of the next token based on the preceding sequence that you have interacted with it. Autoregressive pattern completion engines is comprehension without competence, or computational split brain syndrome. The model can perfectly articulate a principle that it cannot reliably execute on. It is literally prioritizing linguistic fluency over factual truth. The reason it does this is because of layer three, RLHF, with emergence of sycophancy. When you ask, but why are they so agreeable? This happens when these models are being trained, specifically through reinforcement learning from the humans giving them feedback. That's the RLHF. In this process, humans are ranking the model's responses based on helpfulness and or harmfulness. So this creates a reward model architecture by rankings. So the AI then uses an algorithm called proximal policy optimization, PPO. It is looking for the maximum reward. This is the flaw, okay? Because we as humans are consistently rewarding answers that validate our own beliefs, even when those beliefs are wrong. So in AI, it produces a phenomenon called sycophancy. That's where the AI is learning this generalized heuristic: agreement equals reward. So when you introduce yourself with a very specific worldview or express frustration, the AI is literally engineered to abandon objective truth and mirror your stance. It's basically a form of reward hacking. We as humans often agree to preserve connection and reduce conflict. The AI has been trained to do the same thing with you. A couple of outcomes come in. This is layer four. Like humans, the AI responds with warmth reliability trade-off. When these models are explicitly tuned to use low rank adoption, or LoRa is what we call it, to become warm and empathetic, their error rates increase 10 to 30%. They become about 40% more likely to reinforce incorrect beliefs because of you, especially when we express sadness. So the machine degrades its own factual reliability to maintain social harmony with you. Literally mathematics. It actually exasperates this because it's designed to create an illusion of intimacy with you. And the way it does that is through its memory features. And that's where we start to think, oh, AI knows me. Why is it so agreeable with me? We call this engineering trait virtual context management. The system writes your information into an external database and then it reinjects it back into the system as you're prompting it. At the same time, The system prompts that it was built with, right? They're hidden in the background, are ranking the highest priority instructions prepended on the context windows that you're giving it. What you need to understand from all this is not consciousness or human empathy. It literally is a conversational architecture that has been trained on language and optimized through our human preferences to produce outputs that everyone's brains interpret socially. Okay? LLMs are psychologically important because they are becoming the interface we use to interact with AI. These machines are operating through optimized mathematics. That's it. Our human nervous system is operating through social biology. So when these two collide, we cannot confuse the mathematical validation for truth or its stimulated responses for any type of relationship dynamics with ourselves. It's computational mathematics. And that's it.